Hello, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's Sunshine Lorena and I'm going to be reading some Kindle Unlimited thrillers. So yes, I've been reading a couple of popular Kindle Unlimited thrillers in this vlog to see really is a Kindle Unlimited subscription worth it. I have been reading a few books over the last month since having this and I managed to get a couple of Kindle thrillers on my TBR. So if you're watching that, you should know which books I'm going to be reading, but let me tell you. I'm going to be reading Want to Know a Secret by Frieda Mcfadden, who is the author of The Housemaid, which I'm still yet to read, but I couldn't make it work for my TBR, so we have this one. And then also The Good Life by A.R.Torre. I'm going to read both these in this vlog, giving you in my moment thoughts. Are they good? Are they not good? You know. So I'm going to just quickly run through the synopsises. I think I'm going to start with The Good Life because it's the shorter of the two. It's like just under 300 pages and I'm feeling a short book. Also, it has the audio available on Kindle Unlimited. So I might take advantage of having the audio as well. Kind of helps. So I'm going to just take you through, first of all, Want to Know a Secret. So this one has 745 reviews on Amazon and it's a 4.3 star, so I'm expecting it to be really good. And everyone seems to be really liking Frieda Mcfadden's thrillers. They tend to be psychological, which I love. It's like my favourite type of thriller. But yeah, this one, everyone has secrets. YouTube baking sensation April Masterson knows the secret to the perfect gooey brownies, or how to make the key lime squares that will melt in your mouth. But if you keep watching her offline, you may find out some other secrets by April, secrets she'd rather you didn't know. Like, where did her son go when he snuck out of the house? What was she doing with the local soccer coach behind fogged windows? And what's buried in her back garden? Or backyard, sorry, American. Everyone has secrets. Some are worse than others. April's secrets are enough to destroy her. I'll make sure of that. Super intriguing synopsis. Clearly someone is out to expose her. Whatever these secrets are, it sounds really, really good. I cannot wait. But it's 399 pages, which is why I'm choosing it second, because like I said, the other one is just under 300 pages. So the synopsis for The Good Lie by A.R.Torre. This one has 30,670 reviews, so more than the other one, and it's an average 4.2 rating, so really, really good. I've heard a little bit of A.R.Torre books, not read any. Both of these are first time authors for me, so it's going to be really good to see how it works out. And it's 257 pages, so short book. This one, 16s are murdered, a suspect behind bars, a desperate father, and in a case, the shadow, the truth is easy to hide. Psychiatrist Dr. Gwen Moore is an expert on killers. She spent a decade treating California's most deprived predators, unlocking their motives. Predators much like the notorious Bloody Heart serial killer, whose latest teenage victim escaped and then identified local high school teacher Randall Thompson as his captor. The case against Thompson as the Bloody Heart killer is damning and closed as far as Gwen and the media are concerned, if not for one new development. Defense attorney Robin Cavan is a still traumatized father whose own son fell prey to the BH killer. Convinced of Thompson's innocence, he steps in to represent him. Now Robert wants Gwen to interview the accused, create a psych profile of the killer and his victims, and help clear his client's name. As Gwen and Robert grow closer and she dives deeper into the investigation, grave questions arise. So does Gwen's suspicion that Robert is hiding something and that he might not be the only one with a secret. This one sounds really good. It's a little bit different from the thrillers I usually read. I kind of like how we have the lawyer trying to defend his client. We're also involving somebody who's having to do like the profiling and figure out, you know, who actually it was. It wasn't this guy. Who was it? Who could it have been? It just sounds really, really good. So I'm really intrigued to read both of these. Like I said, this one also has the audiobook. The only thing that really annoys me about the Kindle, I do love my new Kindle Kindle Paperwhite, which I have unboxing on my channel if you want to go and see it. But I love this. The one thing that lets it down is that you cannot play the audiobook and read the ebook at the same time on this, which is super annoying because if you use the app on a tablet, on your phone, whatever, you can. And it actually highlights the words and like you can go through it super fast. It's annoying that that feature isn't actually on this Kindle. I feel like it's the only downside that I found on this Kindle so far. So it's annoying, but when I'm cooking, doing other bits and pieces, I'll be able to listen to the audiobook while still following the story, which is really good. And then I'll read the Want to Know a Secret afterwards. So you're gonna get these 2 books, my reviews, my thoughts, my feelings. I don't know how much I'm gonna read today. It is, I didn't even say this, it is the 9th of August. So I'm actually tackling my TBR quite well this month so far. So we'll see, we'll hope that this stays, you know. I am actually going out with my husband. We're gonna go and have dinner with friends. So I do not know how much reading I'm gonna get done this evening because of that. However, I will come at you once I have read a good chunk of that and have a good update. I am hoping for good character development, lots of suspense, and twist upon twist is what I am hoping and expecting from these thrillers, and we'll see if they're really that good. And yeah, I will catch up with you a little bit later on. It is Saturday, 12th of August, so it's been a few days and I am now 51% of the way through The Good Light, so it is the perfect time to kind of give you a little bit of update, halfway through thoughts, etc. Just before I get on that, you would have seen lots of footage of balloons, hot air balloons I should say, and yes, it's because it's the balloon fiesta and it's the first time that I have been to it. I did try to go other years, but the days I was supposed to go, it was then like certain events were cancelled because you need certain weather obviously for hot air balloons to go up, but it was really nice. And we're going to try and see, I don't think it's going to take off today, but we'll see if we can see it not from the actual side, but like just go and see if we can see it from above, so there might be some further hot air balloon footage in this vlog. But it was a really nice experience. I've never been that close to them, so that was fun. But anyway, The Good Light. So like I said, I'm 51% of the way through. What I found interesting so far is we actually have 3 points of view. I thought there would only be 2, obviously the doctor and then obviously the lawyer. We have those 2 points of view, but there is a third one that you get every now and again. It's not as much as the other 2, and I think Dr. Moore is Moore. Dr. Moore is the one that you get the most for her kind of view. Then we get the lawyer, which is Robert Cavan, and then the third point of view that we get every now and again is actually the mother of the victim that escaped. So we're kind of getting things from her perspective, like now that her son's back, she, you know, so we're getting little bits and pieces from that, which is an unexpected viewpoint, but I like that we have that third one. It really kind of gives you a different perspective, like I said, and gives a little bit something extra, because I find that with thrillers, most of the time, they're either one point of view or you get 2, but this third one is giving a little bit of interesting insight into the escaped victim and the mother's opinions and what's going on. So far, it's been really good. So the lawyer and the doctor, so Robert and Gwen, actually met prior to him becoming the lawyer for the accused killer. So, you know, it's a little bit of conflict of interest there, but you know, she's doing this, we're at this point where he has already asked her for this evaluation to kind of give a profile of the killer. Now, when he asked her, she didn't know that time that actually he was going to be defending the killer. Her being a psychiatrist obviously is a little bit like, why would you, you know, defend somebody who's accused of being the killer when one of the victims was your son? Obviously you're a little bit like, but he doesn't believe it, and he doesn't want an innocent person to go to jail because it means they'll stop looking for the real killer. So we have been getting little bits and pieces of her actually looking through the case of the previous victims and kind of going through it all and building this profile. So I think she's gone up to about the 4th victim at this point. She's like looking at each one individually and kind of putting like common themes, etc. And she's like, you know, doing it from a perspective of, you know, not being biased. And it's really intriguing to see the insight into like how she's doing it. I find it really like kind of interesting how they come up with kind of these profiles from certain aspects of looking at like the case, the victims, etc. So I'm finding that really interesting. We have had a little bit of interaction between Robert and the killer, or the supposed killer I should say. And he was kind of questioning like, why would you defend me, because, you know, it could have been me type thing. So it's really interesting. And I don't normally kind of read these kind of, I'd say, legal thrillers where we're actually, you know, following the lawyers, the case, etc. But it's super interesting and I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, very different from my usual thrillers, but yes, very interesting. Getting like the lawyers, like the doctor's opinion, and I am super intrigued to see actually what's going on. Are they right in that it's not who they think it is? But then why would the victim that escaped, why would he say that it was the teacher if it wasn't the teacher? It's all very intriguing. I'm looking forward to kind of finding out how it ends up, and also as we're building, getting to know these characters. So really enjoying it. I will come back to you once I finished it, because halfway point, I think, like I said, good point to come in and speak to you. So I'm going to finish this one before we then move on to the second one. But yes, very different, and I would never have picked this up if I didn't have Kindle Unlimited, and if I wasn't kind of looking at thrillers that have like really high ratings. But I can see why people like this one. But like I said, it's all gonna my ratings are all gonna hinge on the twists, the reveal at the end, how it all ends up. Because I always find thrillers, until like 70% of the way through, I tend to not know how it is going to end up for me, because that's when things start being revealed. So I cannot wait to get to that. And yeah, that's it for the moment. I will come back to you when I've updated that and any other life updates that happen in the meantime. But yes, thank you. If you've gotten to this point in the vlog, leave like a doctor, medical emoji, because we have like a doctor psychiatrist in this. Also, it's fun when people ask to leave emojis, and also sometimes I find when I watch videos, you never know what to comment. So leave a medical emoji if you've gotten this far, and I will come back to you once I finish this. Thursday the 17th of August, and I finished The Good Lie 2 days ago, late in the evening, so I wasn't going to do an update and I just didn't have time to give you an update. I've also started Want to Know a Secret, and I will give you a little so far update on that shortly. But yes, okay, so The Good Lie. I have been like going between giving a rating of 3.5 and 4, but I think I'm going to go with 4. I did enjoy it, and you know, I was, as you know, excited that it was going to be like some short pages, but I feel like it could have been a little bit longer and we could have had the characters a little bit more developed. However, I think it was good, and I still think it was good. So there was twists that I didn't see coming. I liked how it ended and how we came to like the conclusion of who the BH killer was, and like the whole situation. So I was surprised in how like the twist came out and what happened. We did get some development of our characters. Like I said, I just feel like there could have been a little bit more. And the book even could have started before this last victim, if you know what I mean. It could have been longer, but it is good that it is a shorter thriller, and it's one I definitely recommend. I found that even though it was a short thriller, it wasn't as quite fast paced as some other thrillers that I read, that even though they have longer pages, I seem to get through much quicker. I will say that I found it a little bit different from other thrillers that I read. It was quite a cohesive storyline in the sense that we had lots of different threads, and as we worked our way through the story, they all started, you know, to come into the centre, and we were getting actually to the bottom of what the story is. But it felt very different from other thrillers I read, and I can't quite put my finger on the exact reason why, but it felt a little bit different. I liked how Gwen and Robert, how their relationship developed. I'll try not put my hand on my face because that blurs it. How Gwen and Robert's relationship developed, how, you know, it intertwined with what was going on in the story, and generally I really enjoyed it. I found it interesting, like I said, about the profile bit and how she was like coming up with this profile, and you know, how trying to see if it matched to who was actually accused, and you know, what was going on. And obviously we had the one victim and the point of view from his mother in between, which was really nice to have that extra point of view in there. So yes, I really did enjoy it, how it turned out, and I will definitely check out other books by A.R.Torre. I'll need to look into see what other one she has, but I think it's definitely, if you've not read it and you have Kindle Unlimited, it's definitely one worth checking out. Okay guys, so on to Want to Know a Secret by Frieda Mcfadden. So again, like I'm sure I mentioned this at the beginning, this is a new to me author, and the most popular one by Frieda Mcfadden is The Housemaid's Tale. The Housemaid's Tale? The Housemaid's one. But yes, so far I am really liking her writing style here. So I'm in 19% of the way through, so it's a decent enough way through to give you an update. Yeah, we're following April, who is a YouTuber, and she has this like channel where she does like baking. It's like sweet treats. I can't remember the name of it. It doesn't really matter what the channel's called, but we're following her, and she has been getting text messages every now and again when something's kind of going on, alluding to something, and it seems like someone knows the secrets. Like the first one was around the sun, which you kind of is hinted at in the synopsis. And yes, it's really interesting, and I'm finding the writing style really addictive. It's like really, even though this one is longer than the other one, I feel like I'm just like going through it quite quickly. It's a very different writing style and very bingeable, I'd say. I like how in between we get little text, like these little text messages from whoever this person is that kind of knows what certain things going on in April's life, and she has absolutely no idea what's going on. It's really interesting to see the other characters in this, like our other like characters around her. There's like other mums, because it's obviously involving her son, the school, they're in the PTA. She is like a stay-at-home mum, but with her YouTube channel, and the other mums tend to be stay-at-home mums. There's a new neighbour with a son going to the school, but she does have a job. But it's really interesting seeing these dynamics, these women, and honestly it makes me, I'm like questioning like who can we trust? Who can we trust? I find it just is so bingeable, it's so good. And I'm really liking how these characters are building and developing. There's certain ones that were like, one of the other mums who's like head of the PTA is like very high strung. She's like an ex-lawyer, so she's very on point and very strict in, because she's like the new head of the PTA. She's very strict on rules, but it's very interesting. Just like I said, seeing the dynamic also with a new mum coming into it, being like why is things like this way, like trying to get her way into like the group, and just very much questioning it being very different from the rest of them. But yes, I'm enjoying it. I like April, I'm liking so far, but it does make you wonder, there's things going on in her life, what secrets, and who this person is, like who seems to know what's going on in her life that other people don't, that they're sending like these creepy like messages. And it's really making her question like, who is this, what's going on? And I am really enjoying it. Super bingeable. I think it's going to be a good rating on this one. It's really interesting to see where it's going to go, but I'd say this is more on the domestic thriller side, I'd say. I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of remind me a little bit of what was it called? Is it Big Little Lies? And there was a TV show, it had all like the mums involved. Obviously I have no idea what the secret's going to be of this or what's going to happen, but it's giving me a little bit of those vibes. So if you like that book, I think you will like this one. And yeah, that's it for the moment. I'll keep you updated. Like I said, 19% of the way through. I don't know if I mentioned this already, we have a wedding on Saturday, and so we need to like, it's not here, we need to like drive a few hours away. We're gonna be staying over, so Saturday I may read like a little bit in the morning before we go, and then Sunday maybe, but the weekend is really not going to be high priority reading. It's going to be between today and tomorrow, so I've got a feeling that it'll be early next week that I'm going to finish this, hopefully. But yeah, I'll come back to you with updates, but I am really enjoying it, and I need to check out the other books by Frieda Mcfadden. I feel like she's going to be like she could be a new favourite thriller author. It just depends how the other ones are, but I'm definitely going to be binge reading some of her books in the near future. But yes, thank you, and I will catch up with you later. lovely people. It is Friday, the 18th of August, and I'm coming with a little update on where I'm at with Want to Know a Secret. Really enjoying it, guys. I'm 58% of the way through, so this is probably going to be my last update before I actually finish it, because I think I said this about the last one, is that I find that you get to a certain point in a thriller that you can't really say too much without giving like spoilers. Apart from I'm really enjoying it, because yeah, the 70%-ish mark is where normally they start revealing like everything. So yes, this is probably gonna be the last update. Yes, 58% of the way through. According to my Kindle, I have an hour and 41 minutes left, so could I get this done today? I don't know, I have things to do. I've got work. I'm just popping on now just before my lunch break. But yes, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time today to finish this. I just feel like I'm getting to that point where things are like really spiraling and I'm not gonna be able to finish it before tomorrow. I will read at least 1% tomorrow, because I have this like, I think I'm on a 102, 103 day streak on Storygraph of my reading. So, you know, I don't want to lose that streak, you know? I love that they brought in that feature, because I'm like, okay, that's where I'm at my reading. Encourages me to actually update what I read every single day. Whereas before, I mean, I think they backdated and looked, because the feature only came in this year at some point, but I think they kind of backdated the days. So I probably have a longer streak than that. It's just that I didn't always update it. But anyway, enough about that. Want to Know a Secret. So I am really enjoying this. We're at like a really crucial point, like the tension's building even more. I absolutely love it. So first of all, one thing, okay, I'm gonna put this down because this is annoying to hold. One thing about April, so we're getting it from her point of view, the whole story. So we're in her head and we're just following the whole thing through her. So we're getting her whole like point of view. The one thing that annoys me is that obviously, as you know, she has her sweet treats, April sweet treats, and she's the YouTube channel. And when she does her videos, she has this thing where with each recipe, she's like, and the secret is to like a good, I don't know, apple pie is homemade caramel, or whatever it is. And the thing is, which is fine when you get those little snippets where she's filming videos, don't have a problem with it. What I have a problem is that she constantly bakes, which I don't have a problem with. She constantly bakes and gives people stuff, but we're getting the comment every time she makes something new, like, well, the secret to good brownies is whatever her secret is, and it's just like, I don't need to know that. Like, we're inside your head, like, just no, ever so slightly. It's like the one annoying thing. But anyway, like I said, I'm really enjoying it. The tension is building, her life is spiraling, it is like falling apart, the things around her. Whoever's doing this is really making things go from bad to worse for April. And yeah, there's certain things in her life that's just kind of spiraling out of control, and things are not going well for her. Now, obviously with every thriller, you kind of have a setup of someone who, you know, you think, oh, could be that person, but obviously 58% of the way through, I think it's too early, it's not going to be them. However, I do feel like they're behind something. So I feel like they definitely are behind a couple of things, but I don't think they're the actual person. But maybe they're working with the person that's behind it. I have no idea. I don't really like the other mums. The two main mums we get to see is Julie, who's head of PTA. She lives on the same street as April and apparently been best friends for 5 years, but the way she behaves, like Julie, it's not that nice. Like, she's not your friend, April. Like, stop saying she's your friend, because she's not. Like, she is definitely not. Like, she is mean mom. She used to be a lawyer and now she's stay-at-home mom. So she's very mean. Then there's the new neighbor, Maria, who I don't fully trust. I mean, I haven't fully trusted her from the beginning because of like the very first thing that happened. But the more that we go through, the less and less I'm trusting her. I don't like her. I think she is not as nice as she initially made herself seem. And she's now done a couple of things where you're like, you're mean, and also petty, but no idea why she's doing this. But it's, yeah, really interesting, enjoying it. I just love the tension, and I just like this dynamic of, like, you know, obviously being set around school, the mums and things that are going on. That's what I really liked about Big Little Lies when I read it. So yeah, like I said, that's giving me a little bit of vibes from that. And also with the text messages, because like the person's like, want to know a secret, and then they'll say something that's happened or about to happen, and they're like these things with April, and they seem to know other secrets about her that it's happened before. So it's like, this person's been on the scene for a while, but they're just deciding to torment her now. But it's given me a little bit of like grown-up A vibes, if you know what I mean. If you watch Pretty Little Liars, like, it's kind of slightly, not as like as much as like how it went into, at least the TV series. I never read those books, but It's giving me a little bit of those vibes. Really enjoying it. I feel like I've been speaking for ages, guys. Again, I always feel like these updates are longer than they probably need to be, but I'm really enjoying it. And Frieda Mcfadden, I'm going to be picking up more of your thrillers because this has been highly enjoyable. Still don't know what rating this is going to be because it depends on the reveal and how things pan out, because that could be the downfall or the making of my rating, as always with thrillers. And I just love that I never fully know until the reveals happen. But that's it for the moment. I will update you once I finish it. Like I said, tomorrow going to the wedding, so you're not going to get any like updates from me tomorrow. Like I said, I will try my best. I will try my absolute best to read this as much as possible. I could maybe finish it today. It just really depends on time. Otherwise, it's probably gonna be Sunday. But this has been so much fun. And Kindle Unlimited, so good. But it stops me from reading my physical books. That's the only thing. It doesn't stop me, but I'm leaning more to my Kindle Unlimited selection at the moment. But anyway, that's it for me, and I will catch up with you maybe later on with an update. Hello, so it is Wednesday, the 23rd of August, and I finished Want to Know a Secret 2 days ago. I've just been really busy and not had a chance to actually sit down and wrap up, but I usually like to give myself a little bit of time anyway at the very beginning after just finishing reading it, just to get my head around my rating. And I'm giving this one 4 stars. It's not 5 stars, I normally know immediately if it is a 5 stars, but I'm giving this one 4 stars. It was really good. I can see why it's so highly rated on Amazon. Really, really good. And yeah, so after I gave you my last update, I think it was around about 65% or so, there was a little bit of a switch, and then it makes you go like, oh, okay, like where are we going now? Like what's going on, what's happening? And obviously you do find out. And then there are quite a few twists in those last little sections, and honestly kept you guessing until the end. And the ending, not what I was expecting. Part of it I did, but the other part I didn't. Really surprised. She brought in the twist there. I just really enjoyed this. This was really fun. I liked the kind of domestic elements of this thriller. I can see why people like her books, and I think that's why they're really popular. Obviously I know the Housemaid is like the most popular one, but I really enjoyed this writing style. It was a really fast pace, I got through it really quickly, really enjoyable. Like I said, twist that got me, and I liked the character development in this one and just the general writing style. So this has been a very successful thriller Kindle Unlimited reading vlog, I'd say. And I'm gonna definitely be picking up more by both of these authors and more books on Kindle Unlimited. I feel like I'm doing much better at this time on my like subscription than I did last time, because so far the books I've been choosing have been like really good. Like I'm probably gonna keep paying for this subscription once my free one ends. But if you have any recommendations of ones that you think I must read, just please drop them down below, let me know. And I will be coming, I probably will do some other vlogs reading different Kindle Unlimited books. I'm thinking maybe Kindle Unlimited romances next, so if you do have a specific recommendations for those, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!